Right, good evening everybody, welcome back to the Horse Racing Enthusiast on Teesside Ste&Dee. Now, we've got a budget coming up, haven't we? This is all to do with horse racing. We've got a budget coming up on the 26th of this month, so just a fortnight away tomorrow. And I want to talk about the tax proposals that Rachel Reeves looks like definitely bringing in and being well supported by ex-Prime Minister Gordon Brown, of course. The tax proposals that they are proposing would close 3,400 betting shops and would wipe 84 million from racing's income. That's a staggering amount of money and a staggering amount of shops to close. Now, a lot of people, elderly people mainly, love to go into a betting shop. They do. I used to love it years ago, but elderly people now who aren't internet savvy, don't like smartphones, love going into a betting shop and spending hours in there. Can you imagine the decimation in their lives of shutting down such an institution such as betting shops? I mean, there's already a hell of a lot of betting shops closed over the years. This is going to decimate the high street industry of betting shops. I know not a lot of people don't agree with gambling, but gambling sensibly is a good thing to do. It gives people a lift. It lifts spirits. Some people who don't have anybody in their lives would go into a betting shop and spend 2 or 3 hours in there, especially the elderly, where they can talk to people who they probably see every day. Shut those betting shops down and shut that avenue down to old age pensioners, and you are stopping their life. Anyway, I'm gonna read on here. The next bit says racing could lose millions in funding, more than 3,400 betting shops to close, with the most punitive tax proposals being made for gaming machines. Now, a lot of these pensioners probably don't even play these gaming machines. They go in there for the camaraderie and look at the racing papers and put the bets on, have a chat with the staff, and they've done it for donkey's years. But it's this tax that they're going to hit the gaming machines with. This is going to be adopted by the government according to industry analysts. Now, the Betting and Gaming Council, the BGC, has carried out research which claims that an increase in machine game duty to 50% from its current 20% would put 25,000 people, take that in, 25,000 people out of work. Now, the BGC said that the 5,800 betting shops that currently are operating, so there's 5,800 betting shops, they're going to close 3,400 potentially here. 42,000 jobs they support in the UK, in Britain, and contribute £140 million a year to horse racing directly. Now, the BGC said while the sector also pays £1 billion in direct tax, £1 billion to the Treasury and another 60 million in business rates to local councils. I mean, we're talking silly money here. Silly money here that is going to be wiped out. How is this a double-edged sword, isn't it? It's a double negative. They're going to put this tax up, but there's going to be that many shops that are going to shut down as a result. They're actually going to lose money, in my opinion, anyway. Chancellor Rachel Reeves, if you can call her that, has signalled that gambling firms should pay their fair share. Well, I think they do. And it's the bigger picture I'm on about here. A lot of lonely people in this country who live on their own, who go into betting shops. I've said before, go into betting shops and spend 2, 3, 4 hours in there. They'll have a cuppa. They'll have a chat with the staff. They'll have a chat with other people who they see every single day. They're not going to have that opportunity. If you're going to shut down 60% of the betting shops from what we are now, how on earth is that going to make the government any money? They're going to lose money. The Institute for Public Policy call the government to raise that. It's just 50% from 20%. If you're going to put it up to 30, but you'd still probably lose 1,500 shops. Where is the common sense here? Where is the thought of the people? People rely on these betting shops to do. If I walked into a betting shop tomorrow, and I haven't been in one for years because I do everything online, I bet there's probably a dozen people in there. And if I went in 2 or 3 hours later, the same 10 a dozen people would be in there, and they'd probably be there for a good few hours more. You were going to deprive so many thousands of people across Britain the chance to meet up with people, the chance to be amongst people, the chance not to be lonely. But the government don't think like that, do they? This government do not think like that. The gambling, yes, can be dangerous. We accept that. But I've gambled for 41 years. Never got myself into debt with it. Always bet sensibly. I've always won a little bit, lost a little bit, won a little bit, lost a little bit. But do I love it? Absolutely, I love it every single day. Having a little bet, having a little flutter. I know there's people out there who've got serious problems and they need help, but the help is out there for them. But you are going to decimate the racing industry, pensioners who are going to end up being so lonely, because that's probably what they look forward to every day, 3 or 4 hours in a betting shop. Probably putting on a couple of quid here and a couple of quid there, but spending time with people around them of the same ilk who are lonely too. It's more than just money, this, Rachel Reeves. This is people's lifestyles you're playing with, and you are actually going to lose money. If 60% of betting shops are going to close as a result of this stupid tax, that's basically coming in because you've bollocksed up the economy, you're actually going to lose money. Anyway, that's me rant on it, and I think it's a very sad topic. It really, really is. That something that I have a passion for, and millions of people in this country have a passion for horse racing. It's the sport of kings. People love it, and they love having a little flutter. And 90% of us are very, very sensible when we have a bet. But it's that small minority. I'll leave that with you. Leave it with you. Please put your comments on a postcard. Or put your comments down and tell me what you think, because I just think this is just absolute ridiculous policy that is going to decimate the racing industry, decimate people's lifestyles, probably kill off a few old people who look forward to going in a betting shop every single day, and they're not going to be able to, if 60% are going to close as a result of this ridiculous punitive tax that is actually going to cost the government money and put 25,000 people out of work. Unemployment is already going up and up and up. It's just going to go up even further. Anyway, good night, God bless. Thanks for watching The Horse Racing Enthusiast on Teesside Ste&Dee with a very, very sour topic.